to our DEC podcast. I think this is episode 6, and on the call / videocast today are Cecilia Flores, who's our Associate Director of Youth and Young Adult Ministry, myself, Kevin Stasko, I'm the Director of Youth and Young Adult Ministry, Steve Patton, our Associate Director for Family and Respect Life Ministries, and of course on our far left, Ana Ibarra from the chilly north. She's still wearing her gloves. Ana Ibarra is our Associate Director for North State Revitalization. And we're here to talk about what's going on in the DC in the next few weeks. And we'll start with Cecilia to my right.
Sure. We already mentioned this, but we're going to mention it again. We have Choose Life on a bus this year. We're taking some youth buses down to Walk for Life. The cost is $25 per person. It's for teens and their chaperones. So on the bus will have great catechesis from great speakers. We're also going to have the opportunity to attend Walk for Life, go down on a bus full of youth, and stay after for the festivities. A lot of the parish buses that go, sometimes they leave early. They don't get to check out the city, but we will be able to spend the whole day in San Francisco participating in the Walk for Life and sharing in fellowship down at Pier 39. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. First time we're ever doing something like this. And we hope that you guys can take your youth groups or any youth that you know on this bus with us. Thanks.
And how would somebody sign up for this?
Sure. The registration is available online. You can go to iCatholicYouth.com to find the link for that, and you can do it all online.
Also, it's important to realize that this younger generation, teens and young adults today, really are a lot. We find that they're a lot more pro-life than the rest of our Catholic population, and so many of them are excited about these issues. They want to learn more. Many have not gone to the Walk for Life before, and so we want to really try to promote and try to get them to go on this walk. Steve, what's the walk like? What's the feel? What's the experience of going on the Walk for Life?
The Walk for Life is energizing and inspiring, encouraging for anybody who's involved or thinking about becoming involved in pro-life work. It is 50,000 plus people in a congregating all at once for several really motivating talks, and then there's a walk down the middle of downtown San Francisco. It's just a stream of humanity from, I think it's about a 1.5 mile walk. And it is, for a lot of people doing Respect Life work, they tend to be somewhat isolated in their, pockets of, small groups. Sometimes people just working all alone and can tend to get discouraged in their work because they feel all alone. And this kind of a gathering can be really revitalizing and energizing because you see that you're part of something so much bigger than just yourself. It's especially encouraging seeing just the masses of young people that are involved in pro-life work. In fact, I think the very thing that's encouraging to us tends to be kind of shocking and I hope discouraging to the people who are on the other side, because that tends to be a lot of angry, older people who sometimes congregate along the side of the walk as we're walking past, and they're, shouting things and holding up their negative signs about, supporting and promoting abortion. So the contrast is really sharp between those two, the two different philosophies and approaches to human life. So anyway, it's a great experience. I think more can be done, more should be done to take that momentum that comes out of the Walk for Life and continue it on, because there are some people that come from parishes. For example, some of the parishes in our diocese will send, 3, 4, even 5 buses from one parish full of people going to the Walk for Life. And I'm thinking, where are those people the rest of the year? They come back and have this wonderful pro-life experience. Well, I think a lot more could be done to, leverage on that kind of participation afterwards. So anyway, bottom line is it's a great experience, and it's a great day in San Francisco too. So I think I'm really hopeful that we'll get a lot of youth coming for our bus this time around.
Yeah, I think that that's pretty typical of a lot of the things we do at the DEC. We throw these large events and try to get people connected to these large events. And the sadness is the day of the event is great, but then what's the follow up? Like being Catholic is a way of life. It's not just a series of like concerts or events or fun things, And so I think that's really important. It's like, how do we take the Walk for Life and make it a part of every youth group in the diocese, And so this idea of having a youth bus would be for youth groups to be going together, getting some catechesis on the bus, hanging out with people their own age, and then spending some fun time in San Francisco. And then on the bus on the way back, taking some time to process the experience of being on the walk, process the experience of the catechesis or the things they've heard. And then talking also about, how do we take this home? How do we take this home to our youth group, to our family, to our parish? And so I think it's a great opportunity if you have young people, if you're involved with youth ministry or ministry to young people, or if you have teenagers yourself and you like to get connected, please check out the website, iCatholicYouth.com, for all the information on the youth, what's it called? Choose Life on a Bus. I'm sorry, I had the wrong thing. Choose Life on a Bus for our youth buses to the Walk for Life. I just wanted to highlight a couple things about the Year of Mercy, mainly just our website. You can just go to scd.org and click on the Year of Mercy banner, and we've posted a lot of online resources that you can use with your family, with your parish, to really get into this Jubilee Year of Mercy a little bit more. The popes proclaimed this, the Jubilee Year of Mercy. The Holy Door opened on December 8th in Rome, and it opened here in our diocese at the cathedral and at all of our pilgrimage sites on December 13th. And so the door is now open, and we are in this Year of Mercy, and we're all called to become missionaries of mercy, and that our homes, our parishes, and our Catholic institutions, including our schools, would become oases of mercy. And so there's a lot of ways that you can get involved, mainly by memorizing the corporal and spiritual works of mercy and trying to act those out and act on those in your life. As I said a few minutes ago, being Catholic is a way of life, not just a series of events or activities or classes or whatever. So please check out our website, scd.org. Click on the Jubilee Year of Mercy button on the right-hand side, and that'll take you to all the resources. You could also download, if you didn't get a copy of the map and the other information on the Year of Mercy that was passed out in parishes, or is currently being passed out in parishes during the season of Advent. You can find downloadable, printable copies of all that stuff now on the website. So go to scd.org, click on the Year of Mercy link. We've also recently posted some resources in Spanish as well as English. So there's a lot of things up there to help you get into this Year of Mercy, and you'll be hearing a lot more about this as we move forward. Now I'd like to move to my left to Steve. He's got a few events that he wants to talk about.
Right, actually connected to the Year of Mercy that we've just begun. I'd like to talk about, well, actually Pope Francis, when he was unveiling the Year of Mercy, did talk about the importance of healing after abortion, that a lot of women and men throughout the world are impacted by abortion. And Pope Francis gave a year-long indult for all priests to be able to hear confessions of the sin of abortion without having to get dispensation from the bishop, which has already been granted in the United States, so it's not been such a big deal. But it's just Pope Francis's way of underlining the importance of seeing what abortion is, and especially the kind of wounds that it causes to the psyche and to the soul of many, many women and men too, obviously, because they're often part of the abortion decision. But we've invited in the founder of Rachel's Vineyard Ministries, Dr. Teresa Burke, and she'll be giving a day-long seminar on post-abortion syndrome. And that'll be on January the 30th at St. Teresa of Avila Parish in Auburn. And she's a fabulous speaker, fabulous, and a woman who is just has a deep, deep heart for this, profound and enormous wound of abortion that's in our country. When you think of the 1 million+ abortions that have taken place in our country over the past 43 years since Roe versus Wade, you got to think that's a lot of women. That's a lot of men who've been impacted, and they're in our parishes, they're in our families, and they are, not all of them, but some of them are suffering significantly in the wake of that, a decision that may have been made decades ago. So we need to better understand what is that phenomenon of the post-abortion syndrome. How do we recognize it in our pastoral and educational settings? How do we respond to it? Both on a one-on-one level and also with our pastoral programming. So that's Dr. Teresa Burke will be giving this day-long workshop. Cost is $40, including breakfast and lunch and all the workshop materials that you get along with it. And if you're interested, please go to our website, scddec.org/respectlife, and you'll see the flyer for that with further information for who to contact and where to send your check. So great program, and I hope we get a really strong turnout.
Great.
The other thing I'll mention is I'm also the person who oversees family life and marriage preparation ministries in our diocese, and we have a training on January the 9th at St. Clair Parish for a marriage prep instrument called FOCUS, FOCCUS, which stands for Facilitating Open Couple Communication, Understanding, and Study. So if
of course,
you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you do have some idea of what I'm talking about, and you've always wanted to learn how to use this instrument in working with the engaged, then that would be a great opportunity for you. It'll be at St. Clair Parish. And I don't know the number offhand, but I'm sure Kevin does because his wife works at the office.
it's 916-772-4717.
There you go. So call there for more information, or if you want to just go ahead and register. That one is $100 for that training. $50 of that is for the workbook that you receive, and the rest is for the training itself.
Yeah, so the FOCUS tool is something that I understand most of the engaged couples who are preparing for marriage in our diocese take that
Right. Well, it's
assessment.
It's
right?
required that every couple go through a marriage prep inventory, and FOCUS is one of a few of them that are available. But it's in the Catholic Church, it's probably the most popular one, and certainly in our diocese, it's the one that's used the most. But there are others out there that different parishes will use.
Right. Okay, so if you're involved in marriage prep ministry or want to, this might be a good workshop for you.
Yeah.
Great. All right, so now we're going to go up north to Anna.
Hi, I'm going to talk about the Encuentro Hispano that we have, the diocesan one that we have every year. This is the fourth annual Encuentro that we're going to have. And what it is for all of the people that are involved in any kind of Hispanic ministry are invited to this Encuentro, to this meeting, this gathering of people. And this year we're going to take the theme of mercy. I was going to say misericordia. That's what it is in Spanish. We're going to take the theme of mercy. And we are going to do a couple of activities that talk about the year of mercy. And also, Kevin, just going on what you said before, on what it means to live a life of mercy. We're going to be talking about the corporal and spiritual works of mercy. They're going to be doing some different activities with that. We're also going to have a panel discussion with different groups within our diocese that do works of mercy, like loaves and fishes and the Sacramento Food Bank and things like that. We're going to have some people that are going to come and talk about what it means to be a volunteer at the hospitals and places like that. So this is going to be a very exciting gathering. Last year we had nearly 400 people come to the gathering, and we're hoping that we're going to get that, if not more, people to come to this gathering. And this gathering is going to take place on January 16th and at St. Anthony's in Winters. And if anybody wants more information, you can call Sister Vicky at 916-733-0132. You can ask her for more information to register. You can register with your parish. If you're in a Hispanic ministry, all of the leaders get this information. The pastors that have Hispanic ministry in their parish, they get all of the information. So if anybody is out there that wants to register, that wants to come and be involved, it's a really fun day. We also do a lot of fun things. We have piñatas, and there's lunch, there's food, there's singing and praying and things like that. So it's going to be a really fun day. And I know that both bishops will be there. I believe Bishop Cotto will be there in the morning, and then Bishop Soto will join us in in the afternoon. So it's going to be a great day. It takes place from 8:30 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I understand that anyone who's involved in leadership of any Hispanic ministry in our diocese is welcome, whether that be
Yes.
parish-based or in a movement or anything, correct?
Yes, and it's not just leadership, it's people, members, people who are in the group. We want all of the leadership there, of course, but we also want the members of these groups to come and be part of it, to get to know each other so that we get to know them as well. We as a diocese, as the pastoral staff, we need to get to know who they are. And this is a perfect opportunity for us to see who the people are that are doing the work with the people. So it's going to be a fun day. I really enjoyed the ones that I've been to. This is going to be the third one that I'll be involved in. So it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And the topic that we're discussing is going to be wonderful. It's perfect, just in time for this. And maybe that's a place where we can motivate them to go to the pilgrimage sites and not say it's too far to go all the way to Fort Jones. No, it's not. It is possible to do that. So that's the Encuentro that'll take place on January 16th.
Yeah, I think it's important for people out there to realize that our Hispanic community is very diverse. A lot of times we assume, that everyone who's Hispanic is from Mexico, or, everyone who is Hispanic does this, they're only about Our Lady of Guadalupe or whatever. But really the community is very diverse, and the idea behind the Encuentro is to really gather all those voices and all those ministries. So maybe you're someone out there who happened upon this podcast in English, and you were like, I'm from Argentina and we're not represented, or, the ministry in our parish is really not reaching me. This would be a place for you to go and to connect with other people who are really passionate about serving the Hispanic church in all its diversity, not just one group or another group, or not. It's trying to bring together all those who serve the Hispanic church in our diocese. So please call Sister and find out about that if you're interested. Again, the number is 916-733-0132.
Yes, and that's an important point. Sorry to interrupt, Kevin, that you said about the diversity of it, because 2 years ago, my first year in the diocese, I went to the Encuentro, and that was exactly what they talked about, the different groups, the different countries that were represented, and we had all 21 flags of the Spanish-speaking countries that are represented in our diocese. And it was very interesting. We had people from different countries come forward and talk a little bit about what their traditions were, how they celebrate Our Lady of Guadalupe. Do they celebrate Our Lady of Guadalupe? What other saints do they highlight in their culture and in their faith tradition, and it was very interesting. It was very eye-opening as well. Somebody actually, and it made me giggle when you said it, somebody said, we're not all from Mexico, and I kind of giggled and said, oh, but you all wish you were. Just kidding. But it was really interesting because it really is diverse. It really is. And everyone does need to have a voice. And it really is important for everybody to come together and to celebrate that we're here working with God's people.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to listen to our video cast today. We'll be trying to do these each week. Probably be taking a little hiatus over the holidays, but if anyone's here in the office, we'll try to gather and do them over the holidays as well. But we hope you have a blessed rest of your Advent season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't see you before then. One last point is just, if you haven't checked out our website, saccatholic.com, it's a great place to find out about different events, formation workshops, gatherings, etc., from all the different Catholic opportunities. So if you're looking for something to do with your family, or you're looking for something to do to form your faith and you're Catholic, it really is the place to go to find Catholic events. It's saccatholic.com. If you have an event coming up in your parish or with your movement or whatever, if you have an event that you'd like to get the word out about to other Catholics, please post that event on saccatholic.com as well. That's SACCATHOLIC.com. SACcatholic.com. Don't miss out. Anyway, again, this has been the DEC videocast. We thank you for joining us and have a great day.